Hey friends, it's Renee Noah Harris here with a 10-minute yin practice for you. This class is going to slow things right down as we focus on gently releasing through the hips and the hamstrings. Now I have a bolster with me. If you have one of these, go and grab it. If you don't have one, feel free to just grab a couple of pillows from your bed. I like the bed pillows because they're longer in shape. They more closely mimic the support of a bolster. Grab two, why not? Let's have more support. And we'll begin in the child's pose. So knees will go wide. They don't have to go dramatically wide, just wide enough where you can slide your bolster or pillows in between your thighs and sort of have them touch, midway up the thigh. Your toes touching, and then you'll lay your chest down on top of your bolster. You can either hold onto the top of it, you can stack your palms, and allow the right side of your face to rest on your hands or on your bolster. If it feels okay for you in this moment, close your eyes. Allow your breath to soften into heavy as you feel with every inhale your belly pressing against the bolster. And then just gently pick your head up and shift. So now you have the left side of your head resting on your hands or on the bolster. Eyes can remain closed, breath can remain soft. In these yin practices, we hold shapes for a little longer than perhaps we would in a vinyasa practice. Right, this is only a 10-minute class, so we might hold each shape for a minute each. And we're going to see in that space, how efficiently can we have our mind land in the space of the physical shape we're in. And every time the mind wanders, which it will, it's designed to do that, how quickly can we bring it right back? And I bring one more deep breath in. Open your mouth, empty it out. And then gently walk your hands back. You're going to sit off onto the left side. I'm just going to move the bolster so you can see what I'm doing with my legs here. My left foot can stay where it is. I'm going to extend my right leg out. So the sole of my left foot is touching the inner right thigh, and the bolster is putting it back in, exactly where it was. And then any amount that feels good, you're going to lay down over your bolster. Right? The intention of these shapes is that we're about 60% of our max. So in this moment, with the intention of feeling an opening through the right hamstring, the back of the right leg, I don't want you to feel nothing, but I also don't want you to feel like there is a white knuckling through it. You're not gripping through this shape. You are somewhere in between those two sensations. And you really only be able to find that by being very present with the sensations in your own body. And to find that, that's going to look very different for each of us. Some of us may not have a bolster and may be laying down, and that feels like 60% of our capacity. Some of us may be seated upright. And if you're upright, maybe you even angle your bolster and you can rest it against your forehead. Get very creative with the ways that you use your props to support your body in each shape. A good sign that we've taken it a little too far is if our breath catches. It feels a little difficult to maintain an even rhythm of breath. And a good sign that we are perhaps being invited to take it a little deeper is if we don't feel anything at all. walk your hands back. Take a moment to just put the bolster off to the side. Your left foot is now going to go behind you. And then you're going to bend your right knee. And we have sort of two right angles. We often refer to this as a 90-90, a right angle in our right knee and a right angle in our left knee. And you can put the bolster back in front of you so it's parallel to your right shin, and then fold over your bolster any amount. I want you to flex deeply through both ankles, so you're pulling the toes back towards the knees. We're aiming to feel a stretch in the outer right hip. You might find that by bending further forward. You might also find that by angling the chest slightly further to the right, or perhaps slightly over to the left. All right, take the next few breaths to experiment with that, and then we can settle in for a few deep, soft and soothing breaths. Stay with the sensations. Avoid the temptations. And gently pick your spine back up. You can keep your right leg where it is. Extend your left leg out. So now you have the sole of your right foot to the inside of your left thigh. Keep the bolster where it is if you like, or you can spin it. We're going to stretch through the back of the left leg now, the left hamstring. Fold over any amount. Typically my left side is tighter than my right. I feel the sensation a lot more intensely on this side. That is definitely true today. So to me, finding what is roughly 60% of my maximum capacity actually looks like easing off a little more than I did on the other side. Our bodies are rarely symmetrical. And so it's important that we meet them in a way that honors what they need in that moment. Steady breath. Steady mind. Deep breath in. Full breath out. And gently walk your hands back. We'll switch into the stretch in the outer left hip. So the right foot is now going to swing behind us in that 90-degree angle. Bend your left knee. You have a 90-degree angle in the left knee here. Most of us are going to feel a slight shifting of our body weight towards the left as best we can. Sort of center our body weight. Both ankles deeply flexed. And then you fold over your bolster. I want you to pay attention if you notice a deep rounding in your lower back. A lot of the times we can try and compensate for different sensations. So if there is a tightness here, we will round the lower back in order to alleviate that tension. See if lift up a little bit more, and then find the curve in your lower back by rolling onto the front edge of your pelvis. And then keep that as you lower any amount. And if you can't keep it as you lower down, then ease off the shape a little. There are a lot of places in our lives where we are asked to push. This does not need to be one of them. See if you can allow your exhale to lengthen a little longer. And gently walk your hands back up. We'll come into one final shape in this practice. We are going to come into a reclined butterfly, but using the bolster. So the soles of the feet, I'm going to do this perhaps on the side, that might be the easiest way to do it. Soles of the feet come together, knees go wide, the base of the bolster will come to the base of your spine, and then you can lay down over it. Arms can go out to the sides, they can go into a cactus. If you want to, you can wrap your arms around you like you're giving yourself a big hug. You might even take your hands on your belly, whatever feels like it offers you a deep sense of surrender. And then when you create the shape that feels comfortable for you, I'd like you to close your eyes. Relax the muscles around your eyes. Relax any tension in your jaw, in your neck. And then you can use your hands to gently bring your knees together, the soles of your feet down, and then you can walk your feet a little further apart from each other. Allow your knees to come into center. Your eyes can remain closed. Your breath can remain soft. And as we approach the 13th minute of this practice, I want to invite you to stay here for as long as feels good, for as long as you have. Let's just inhale deeply together. Together we empty out.